Hi, everyone.
Hello. What's up?
We're back. This is Tal, and I am Stav,
Hi.
and we are part of the Ignite team. I'm the head of social media, and Tal here is the creative director of Lightrix. And we're here today, like we are once a week, to go over a tutorial, to answer any questions, and say hi to our fans and our users, kind of get the feel what you guys are thinking, what you want to see next. So comment and like and share, and don't forget in the comments below. We'll also be answering your questions live, so if you guys have questions, let us know. And I think that's it. I think we can get started with the tutorial.
Yes. So just as a quick reminder, what we did last week, we did a great tutorial about how to create and make just a selfie photo and make it look as if it's like a studio photo. And we also learned about how to remove red eye. And lastly, what we did, I love you, Stav.
Oh, thank you.
What we did was making the background a little bit blurred to give a sense of depth filled into the photo.
Yeah, last week we answered just a lot of questions.
Yeah, so if you have any questions regarding what we're doing today or generally about Ignite, we'd love to get your questions and comment.
And
and
we
hearts.
just want to say hi.
You remember our hearts?
Yeah, hearts.
Hearts.
Send a lot of love our way. We'll send it back. I see here we have Tony Dixon who said hi. So hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
What else
Nice
do we
name.
have? Erwin said your app is the only one worth buying. So thank you, Erwin. That is a great compliment.
Hearts.
You definitely. And we also have Jamil. Jamil is here with us every week.
Yeah?
Yeah, every week. He's from Brazil. So hi, Jamil. Diego is also saying hi. Okay, we'll stop saying hi now.
Hi to everyone.
Hi to everyone, and let's go start it.
Okay, so today we're going to do a really cool tutorial using our new element tool. So we're going to combine this photo with crazy, amazing elements, and we're going to show you a really cool tip about how to make this element have a 3D look, as you can see here. See how cool it is.
Right, so it's like a flat element, but we made it into actual like sphere. Like it looks like a 3D ball, also.
It is. I can actually feel,
yeah,
I
looks
can
like
grab
you
it.
can reach your hand into the picture and just throw it at you, for example.
No, don't throw it at me.
We should have brought in a ball as a prop. I didn't think about that.
Next week.
Next week.
So let's get started.
Okay.
What I started with is just take a sculpture photo from any resource you have. This time we had it masked already, but you can either get a masked photo of a sculpture or just do it by
He means
yourself.
it's on a white background when he says you had it masked.
Yeah.
Right? So if you need to start, you don't have to, but it's nice to start with a photo with a white background. You don't have to though.
No.
But we did so.
So.
So that's it.
Okay. So what I did, I just duplicated the photo. And I want to start off with a white background. So what I'll do is, let me get this menu open. I will go to, I will go to Adjust, and then I'll go to Tools.
Mm-hmm.
I'll press the basic and go straight to Offset. What Offset does, it will help me to make this image totally black or 100% white.
Depending on which way you slide. So if you slide all the way left, it's black. If you slide all the way right, it's white. And then
so it's kind of cool, easy hack to get a black or white background. Press OK.
No, you don't want to do that. Oh, you want to do that?
Of course I want
And
to
then
do it.
mixer?
Yeah.
Oh, so I thought you were doing it the other way.
No.
Never mind.
I'm good. Then I'm going to press Tools, and then I'm going to press Mixer, and I'm going to choose the sculpture. Now, I'm okay, Steph? Yeah? I thought I did something wrong. Why did I say I did something wrong?
There's like a million ways to do things in Enlight. You know that.
That's why I love it.
Of way 2, I was thinking.
Okay.
Way number 2.
So let's do it my way. Okay. I'm going to scale up the sculpture a little bit and rotate it. And I will focus on the guy who lifts his hand up in the air because I'm going to erase the other parts of the sculpture. So, the guy.
The Greek god.
The Greek god. The dramatic Greek god.
Yeah.
So I think, what do you think about this composition stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go to tools and erase the parts of the sculptures that I don't want.
Michael Andreessen is saying thank you for the time to explain to us. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you, Michael. If you have any questions, let us know.
Sure.
We appreciate the support.
I'm gonna do it slowly so everyone will get it.
Marco is saying teach us with this sign. So we're teaching you, Marco.
So you see I'm just roughly erasing all the parts of the sculptures that I don't want. And soon we're gonna dive a little bit closer and get all the edges to look more smooth. So I'm gonna focus on the hand. Oops. And now with a really light swipe, I'm gonna do like a circular editing. It will look as if the hand is really nicely cropped. And I'm gonna do the same here.
We have someone named Tony who said that he actually used our app to print something on an A1.
A1, that's kind of big.
And he said it didn't lose quality. So that is very impressive.
I love print. Please share with us. I want to see it.
Okay, what are you doing now, Tal?
I just keep on erasing and fine-tuning the edges of the sculpture. So I'll get like a really good-looking photo. I will zoom out a little bit so you can guys see what I did. For those who just joined us, hi guys.
Yeah, you can go over maybe what we're doing.
So I'll quickly repeat what I did just until now. I created a white background. I used the mixer tool in order to combine the sculpture on the white background, and this is where I am now. So I'm pressing the check
We have
mark.
a comment from Scott who is saying, does the light work well on iPad? So yes,
Of course,
it works amazing on iPad.
it works
It's
amazing
very
on
fun.
iPad.
It's very fun on iPad because you can really get into like little nooks and crannies.
Yeah, and if you have iPad Pro, you can also
Yeah.
use your pen, and it's like if you have a license for an iPhone, it works both for iPad,
Right.
so you don't need to buy
Yeah.
both.
Also, someone named Mirdad is saying that we are a great team. So
Yay.
thank you very much.
Heart time.
Yay. They won't fire one of us. What else do we have here? Oh, you can continue. I'll read the
Yeah,
comments
can I
later.
continue?
There
Okay,
you go.
so hold tight, guys. Now what we're gonna do is to add the element to the photo. I'm going to the artistic and use our new feature called elements. So first, what I want to do is add kind of a halo behind the sculpture's head. And so as you can see, it's white on white and I can't see anything. What I'm going to do is I'll tap tool tab,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to change the color to like a really dark blue. But as you can see, there are like many colors swatches here. But there's a nice trick. If you pull up the drawer, you have like your own color picker, and you can really choose whatever color you want. So it's really cool. I'm gonna choose something blue, and gonna choose really dark blue here. And then in order to get off,
You swipe it down.
yep. And then there's another trick. On the left, you have a plus sign. If you want to keep that color to next you for future
the next
use,
time you use it, you
just tap it, and then
and
you
it
have
gets
it.
added to your color palette.
Yeah,
Very
so cool.
cool.
But still, we have a problem. We don't see the head of the sculpture. So I'm gonna use a blending mode in order to see what's on the back. Oh, you know what? Forget it. What I'll do is go to mask. I'm gonna clear everything, and then
Apply is already selected.
apply
So
is
all you
already
have to
selected.
do-
So I'm just zooming in, and really gently what I'll do is just start to redraw
What are you drawing?
I'll just redraw all the element behind the back. So guys, just note that it's really important to do it really slowly and consider all the, like, really take your time. Let me show you, and try that the edges of the element will really blend nicely with the sculpture. So it's gonna take a little bit of time for me.
Well, we actually have a question here that I can answer in the meantime from Merdad. He's the guy who said that we were a good team.
Thank you.
So he's saying that sometimes he uses an iPhone 7 Plus, and while zooming in and erasing parts of a mixed picture, sometimes the touch sensitivity of the app is too strong. And parts that he doesn't want to get erased. So there's two things you can do. First of all, zoom in all the way. Like all the way to, you can see how Tal's doing it now. Zoom in all the way to the pixel level. Even when you think it's too much, zoom in all the way that you can. And also, when you're in Mixer, there's a strength tool. So I think default is on 75, but you can raise it, or in this case, maybe you want to lower it so that the strength isn't as strong, and that way you can sort of erase more clean, and you can go back and play with the strength. So I hope that will help your editing.
Me too.
What else? How's it going?
Let's zoom out a little bit. Luckily we have undo.
Don't forget to like us and share and ask your questions. We're very excited. We have a question from someone named Iran who is asking about Joseph.
Where's Joseph?
Joseph is
Hi, Joseph.
Somewhere out there in Peru hiking, or somewhere in Machu Picchu. So he'll be back in a few weeks. Very excited for him to come back.
We're all looking forward.
And someone named Alvarado is saying now in Spanish. So maybe when Joseph comes back, he can throw you a few tips in Spanish, but we can't. So what else do we have?
Are people going?
Are people liking us? They're liking us a little bit, but not as much as we want. So you can like us more.
Like us more.
Like us more.
So, guys, I'm going to fast forward a little bit so you won't get bored.
In the meantime, what else can we talk about? I think there was a question. Let me see if I can find it now. Alexandra was saying that she really appreciates how the app doesn't crash on her, even when she toggles between apps. Sometimes there's small glitches in zooming in and out of the photo she's editing, but she can deal with that. And she's also saying she was worried it was going to crash in the middle of her work. Well, that's actually why we have the whole sessions thing.
Save, yeah.
So the app automatically saves the edits you've been working on, and you can just get to your unsaved sessions. If you guys don't know about that, we can show you in a little bit. You just if you look at the share button along the top, and then you go into your albums, you can change albums, and you get to your unsaved session. So even if for some reason the app crashes, it should still be there, whatever you've been working on, in your unsaved session. So that's another fun fact.
Yeah, I have like a minute or two to finalize this.
Okay.
So hold tight, guys.
All right. So we can answer this from Ernesto. He's saying that layers would be a very useful feature. So Ernesto, we have some very exciting things in store for you that we can't say out loud or live or yet, but stay tuned, and we have some very, very cool things going.
Yes.
We also have a compliment over here, Erwin, who is saying that you're a pro. So
I'm a pro. Thank you.
So thanks.
I better be a pro.
Yeah, you better be a pro.
But show us what you're doing.
Yeah, you should
guys.
show us, Erwin. I'm
looking forward to see people's work within Enlight, because I'm doing my stuff in Enlight, but I want to get inspired.
And if you guys haven't checked out our Instagram yet, you should do that, because we have a lot of cool things, a lot of inspiration. We also upload all our tutorials on Instagram, so if you scroll down and see something cool that you aren't sure how it's done, you can see what tutorial it is, and then you can find it, or email us, or ask us how to do it.
We're also featuring users.
Right, and we feature like 4 people a week, I think 3 or 4 people a week. So don't forget to tag your stuff with Enlight and Enlight app, and we go through and choose our favorites.
And you get a lot of exposure.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, guys, hold tight. This is about to happen. I really like this halo, so I really want it to be
it's like a halo.
Yeah. It's gonna be a halo.
Oh, we have a lot of comments here about how Enlight is better than Photoshop. I have to admit that very exciting to hear that. We have Kuba
Tell us
who
how.
says,
Like, how faster do you get things done? Or
Right.
why do you think that way?
So Kuba says the app is really the greatest Photoshop app out there, and then one day it will be the greatest Enlight app out there.
Yeah.
Victor is saying the facility of editing pics in his phone, doing things that he would have to do in Photoshop. So I think he means it's a lot faster with Enlight instead of having to open your desktop and import the file. And here you can just go a lot faster. So yeah, share your experiences about Enlight. We definitely want to see them.
Okay, guys.
Are you done? Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
What's up?
So take a look at this great halo. Now, what we're gonna do is I'm going back to elements, but first I'm gonna approve it. Then I'm going back to elements, and then I'm gonna add 3 more elements into the photo. One is like a nice triangle on the top right, and I'm gonna give it like a salmon pinkish color, and actually I'm gonna do it a little bit brighter with a color picker. Then I'm gonna add another shape. Now here's the really big deal. I'm gonna add this circle, but I'm gonna change its color to a light gray, which is the third color on the right.
Yeah, it looks like it's white, but it's actually like
Yeah, if you guys think it's white, it's not. It's
I was sure it was
kinda-
white actually.
no.
And then
This is
well,
great.
it's not.
And you'll soon see what I'm gonna do with this element. This is gonna be the 3D sphere-like element, and then I'm gonna add another circle here to cover up this place that I could not
It's
make it
broken part.
smooth.
Yeah, you can also use it to fix your mistake.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, nice composition, and I'm gonna finish with elements. Okay, hold tight now.
For now.
So, in order to give a 3D look to the elements, especially to the circle ones, I'm gonna use
Filters.
the duo. I'm gonna press. I'm sorry, I'm not saying what I'm pressing, guys. So I'm gonna press the filter category, and then I'm gonna press the duo feature, the duo tool, and then I'm gonna press tools. But first, you know what? I'm gonna tap position, and I'm gonna use the radial feature widget, and I'm gonna locate it on the center of the circle element. And now I want to change the colors. The first color I'm gonna choose is black, and the second one will be white. But I see something weird happen here, and it's because I'm using sort of a blending mode. And I'm going to change it from overlay to multiply. Now, after I choose a blending mode, I'm going to center the widget, and I'm going to lower down the feathering of the widget. And then I'm going to mask, and I'm going to tap clear. Now everything disappeared, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit into the circle, and really easily using the edge detection of our brush, which is really easy.
Which is your finger.
It's my finger.
Yeah,
my
so
accurate finger.
Once you press clear, you can see that apply is automatically selected. And if you press fill, you can see that wipe. So if you do fill, which is the opposite, you can see that wipe is automatically selected. So you don't have to sort of worry about that. You press clear, and then you already know what you're supposed to do. Just use your finger and apply.
Yep. I'm going to go back to tools. And then I'm gonna zoom a little bit. I tapped position in order that I will be able to zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna tap position again, and then I'm gonna adjust. Actually, now I have sort of a 3D lighting tool. You see?
You're basically moving the light source around.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose where I want to put the lights from. I'm gonna give this a nice angle, and again, I'm gonna make the widget smaller and make the contrast a little bit bigger. Okay, what do you think, Steph?
Cool.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Flatten.
And then we can do it again.
Now we're gonna do it again to the second smaller sphere. I'm gonna choose position. I'm gonna locate it here on the center of the second circle. Gonna make the widget smaller. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it like a golden gradient and golden sphere. So my first color will be the dark part of the
like the shadow of the ball and then the highlight.
I think this will work good. And the second color will be, I'll take the same color.
We have a question from Kuba. He's asking where he can show his work. So you can show your work. The best place to show it is, well, there's really no best place. On Instagram and #Enlight and Enlight app, both of them, so that we can find you. And you can share them on Facebook. If you do our tutorials, you should share them underneath. Yeah. You can share them. We feature, I think every other week, we feature our favorite Instagram photos and we post them on Facebook. And a lot of people like to upload their images there, right underneath. And that's it. You can email us your images if you want. If you want to email our support at enlightapp.com.
Yeah.
We'd be happy to see it. So that's how. Okay, back to the tutorial.
Yeah, let's continue. So I'm gonna go back, removing the drawer, and then I'm gonna use position. Actually, I'm in a good state. I'm going to mask, and then I'm gonna press clear. I'm gonna zoom in all the way to the circle, and then with apply, which is already chosen for me, I'm just gonna bring back only the part on the element. Now, I didn't succeed that much. You see, there is no 3D
it's flat.
feel, and it's flat. What I need to do is first I need to adjust the light.
Bonnie, I'm just going to answer your question here. The best tag to use on Twitter is Enlight and Enlight app. You can use them both. You can use one of them, and that's how we can find you there.
So what we need to do again is go back to blending, and I'll go to multiply. This is the best way to blend this.
Now it's like very graphic looking.
I love graphic.
Yeah.
But
Designer.
I'm a graphic designer, so I'm gonna increase the feathering a little bit, and then again change the light position, and I think we should make it smaller. Okie dokie. Again, I'm not that satisfied with the bright color, so I'm just gonna brighten it up. What do you think about this color?
Yeah, that's better.
Super. Okay, and there you go. You have two amazing.
Very cool. Looks like actual balls.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so now we're gonna give it like a holistic look and feel to cover all the photo. What I'm gonna do is tap analog.
And then we're gonna add text afterwards. First.
Yeah.
So, good.
I'm gonna tap tools, and then I'm gonna press film. I'm gonna increase the intensity of the film, and then also the same for the fade. And you see it makes the white a little bit grayish.
Yeah.
And I want to add like a little bit of grain to the photo. You see, I'm going to do 100. This is what the grain. Yeah.
Maybe do before after so people can see what we're. So someone actually here just asked if you can add texture. Tony asked.
This is exactly what we're doing.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a little bit of grainy texture. You can see that there.
So I'm not gonna exaggerate all the way up to 100, but I do gonna give it like a 60. This one's good. By the way, when you slide to the left and to the right, it really do it fast. Like I'm gonna quickly go from 0 to 100. But if you want to be a little bit accurate, and now we're on 58. If I'm gonna swipe up, it's just gonna like slightly increase my slider.
If you swipe up?
Yeah. And if you swipe down?
I never knew that.
There you go. Okay.
That's an expert tip right there.
There you go, a tip. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, and I think we got it right. It looks good.
Yeah.
And approve. Now, last step. What I'm gonna do now is adding a text.
So go to text type.
And what you want me to type here? Reach.
Reach.
Reach the
Because he's
top.
reaching. Yeah.
And I'm gonna teach you another tip. Actually, it's not an light tip, but it's relevant to what we're doing here. I want to do all the text in all caps. So instead of typing the shift button and type it again all over on
Every
each.
time you type a letter, you have to press that stupid thing on the left again.
So instead of doing that, I'm gonna double tap, and then on my keyboard became all caps. So I can easily write whatever I want in all
Right.
caps.
But we don't like the font.
Yeah, I like this font, but I don't think it's appropriate to the
for this
photo.
picture.
So I'm gonna use this.
Fady is asking if this app supports computers. So no, not yet.
This is a computer.
This is like a mini computer if you consider this a computer. But if you consider laptops and desktops computers, then no, not yet. So in the meantime, it's iOS only. iPad Pro is your closest to the computer that you can get.
Yeah. So I'm gonna place it here on the left bottom, and I'm gonna mask the part that are.
So you're gonna wipe away. Yeah. So it's like behind it.
Yeah, just give it like a depth feel. I'm gonna fix this with apply.
If you guys have any more questions, don't forget to ask them. And don't forget to like us.
Don't keep it to yourself,
Don't
guys.
keep it to yourself. I feel like a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it until you ask everything you want to know.
Lastly, what I'm gonna do with the type is adding a shadow, again, to give it like a sense of depth. We're talking 3D today, so I increase the opacity, and I'm gonna lower the shadow to be underneath the text. Whoop. Do I see what's going on here? Yeah, okay. And increase the blur a little bit. There you go. Sweet. Okay. And now I think I'm going to finalize with two other elements. So I'm going back to artistic element. And I think the hand, like the guy is reaching his hand up in the air, it really
I feel like he's trying to pick a star out of the sky. That was my interpretation.
yeah, like an apple or like you want to
things
bring
that
you
grow
the
in
moon.
the sky. Yeah, like a moon. Yeah, like a moon. We should have made that into a moon and put it there.
Okay, next time. Next
we'll do
tutorial.
that. Or maybe one of you guys can do it, actually.
Yeah.
And show us how to do it. That would be very cool. You can take my idea and make it real.
So I'm gonna place this nice shape on his hand, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play with it a little bit, and I'm gonna again place it behind this guy's hand as if it's like a bracelet. I'm gonna wipe all the parts that are on top of him, and even gonna do like a small thing with his hands.
So
and just
also
one
here,
finger.
like someone was asking if sometimes it's too strong when you're in the mixer tool, and I talked about how you can use the strength. So also here, if you go to set brush, for example,
set brush,
and then you can change the opacity and the size. So if you were trying to get somewhere really small, like this hand, you have a lot of options here. How to make things like a stronger effect or a lower effect or a bigger brush or a smaller brush. So that's another fun tip.
and I think we're good here. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, and I can see the new element on his hand. And last one shape.
Chris Smith is asking if Enlight can put video and pictures together.
You're asking really good questions.
Yeah, these are
today.
very good questions, and we can tell you the answer one day. But right now, it can't. We
So
can tell you the answer you want to hear one day. Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah,
Okay, so you're adding another element, an X. You went for the X.
yeah, to make it a little bit less
Okay.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
An X makes things more or less serious.
like Felix.
Whatever
Yeah.
you say.
Okay, and I think we're good. I'm gonna toggle this menu off, and there you go. See before and after. Reach.
Someone's asking a question.
Yes.
And I don't exactly know the answer, but I think we can figure it out. So you might not know either. How would you give depth to objects other than a sphere, like a cube? I think what you could do, like for a triangle, if you used duo and you used the linear, and then you did it on two sides. I think I think it might work.
Yeah.
So
using blending mode.
yeah, you go the same way we used radial.
It will be harder to make.
It'll be a little bit more steps. We can try and do it ourselves and get back to. But I think if you went into duo, and you changed the position from radial to linear, and then you applied and you did it the same thing and you did it again, I think it would work.
Yeah.
So you should check that out for us and get back to us. If not, we'll get back to you next week.
Good question. Good call.
Yes. I took a chance and answered something I don't actually know.
No, but you were in the right direction. I think it also has to do with what kind of triangle you want to have, because a sphere is easy because there's no decisions.
Right, and these are also small. I think if it was bigger, it would be easier to do something like a cube or a triangle. But if it's a small circle, it's maybe a little bit easier this way. Oscar's asking if you can cut one image and stick to another. So that's basically the mixer tool. Yeah. If you use tools mixer, you can copy things from one to another. So that's a very easy answer. What else do we have? Whoa, we have a lot of questions. Can you edit RAW files? We don't support RAW just yet.
But this is about to come.
Yeah.
We're working on this.
So RAW images.
We know it's really
we know it's really, something that everyone's asking for. So stay tuned. Mauricio is saying he loves our app. Thank you, Mauricio.
Thank you. Hard time.
Love. Okay, I think we're ready to put it on Instagram already.
Yeah.
Come on.
Do you want to do it? Social media manager?
Yeah. Okay. So in the meantime, you can talk to these people. I'll leave you alone in the room with them.
So again, I'm really looking forward to seeing your stuff that you're doing, guys. If you have something to show us now, we can upload it to our Facebook page or to Instagram. I'm really looking forward to see what you guys doing with Enlight. It can be either collages or photo editing that you're doing if you're photographers or iPhonographers. We really like to see our users' stuff and your art.
Yeah, we love it.
Love it. So here stuff is...
I'm trying to type fast at the same time.
You're typing so fast. And we learned how to type in all caps.
Yeah. I didn't know that was an iOS thing. I thought it was
just
an Enlight thing.
No, it's an iOS thing.
So, yeah, we can use that in texting if you want to yell at someone, but you don't want to keep going back and
using
forth. Okay. Learn how to do this. Turn flat. Watch us live.
Okay. Do we have any new comments?
Yeah.
How do you use this?
Okay. So you just scroll the computer.
I only use iPhones. Okay. I don't use laptops anymore.
You don't use laptops anymore? Okay. Carol is saying that if we ask questions we don't know the answers to, I bet you go away and work out how to do it. You're actually right, Carol. That's what we're going to do. So thank you for reading our mind and for the support. What else do we have here? An item for saving later would be really helpful. That's true. Like if you could cut something out and then put it on the side and then use it again in a few images. I think that's what you mean, Ken. Yeah. So that's a great idea. Something we're definitely thinking about. I think that's it. I think we're pretty much done. If you guys have any last questions or if you want to like anything, you can like us. You can share with your friends. And if you guys have any... is there a way to go back when you see an error after you confirm? Marty. So we have an undo button.
But after you confirm a feature.
But if you've already, for example, we've already saved this, we can go back, but
not what you did inside the feature.
Right, but not what you did inside. So you can remove it totally. Like here, I'm removing reach, I'm removing the analog we did, but then you can go back and redo. But you can't go back and tweak it, if that's what you're asking. You can remove it and you can put it back again.
Yeah.
So that's your answer. Okay, cool. So I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you for coming.
It means a lot to us. We love your comments and we love all your user love and your compliments and all your Enlight edited photos. So keep them coming.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Next week.